Okay. We don't ask any questions beforehand because we want to have the most authentic
experience.
Yes.
All right.
So we're just going to go for it. Perfect. Perfect. Hey everybody, it's Abby, your everyday mermaid, and this is
Lauren,
my Mergal pal, and this is
Mermaid Ginger.
Yay!
We have not said very many words because we wanted this to be the most authentic experience meeting you today.
Poor Ginger, she just walked in.
She
and was
walked
like,
in.
Oh, we're not going to talk at all.
Yeah, I was like, go in this room, and then you can come out when we're ready.
I have no idea who these people are.
It's valid.
Yes.
So, is Ginger your Mersona, or is it your real name?
It is my Mermsona name. Yes.
Okay. What is your real name?
My name is Jessica.
Okay.
No way.
I was like Jessica's. I have lots of Jessicas in my life.
You do
Yeah,
have
I
lots
do.
of
I do have lots
Jessicas
of
in your
Jessicas.
life.
My best friend Jessica, roommate Jessica, and work Jessica, which I've had two of. Two work Jessicas. Yeah.
Oh my word.
I tell people always to remember me because the red hair, it's like Jessica Rabbit. So.
Clever. And is it natural?
Yes.
Oh my
it is.
word. It's
Got it from my great grandmama. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Did it skip generations? Or?
It did. It did skip a few generations. It usually just skips one, but this time it skipped two.
That's amazing.
wow.
So, are you an LA native?
I am not an LA native. I am from Northern California.
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
And what
Sonoma
brought
County.
you down?
Opportunities of Los Angeles with the whole mermaiding thing. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We get that. we were like, there's so many mermaids here to choose from. How do we pick? Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
there's a plethora of us here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is there, we were wondering, like, is there a Los Angeles mermaid pod, or do you just all kind of like swim, it's all everybody for themselves?
There are a few mermaid pods here,
okay,
actually.
okay.
Yeah, there's quite a few different pods. So,
Okay.
I mean, they all get together and swim at different pools around Los Angeles and down in
Gotcha.
Long Beach.
Gotcha.
It's pretty wonderful when we all get together.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, well, that's good to know. We just need to-
What part are you located in? What part of LA?
I'm down near Huntington Beach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to live in Culver City.
Nice.
I like Huntington Beach. That's
Yeah.
a fun beach.
Huntington
Okay.
is nice.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a quieter-ish area.
Okay.
And it's not quite so touristy. So
Yeah.
the beach is nice.
Los Angeles is an interesting place.
It really is.
There's so many places, so many areas.
Yes.
So
There's a reason they call it La La Land, ladies.
yes, it truly is
Indeed.
La La Land. Have you seen La La Land?
I have not. I'm movie deprived.
favorite movie.
I haven't seen many movies.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Quiz me. I don't know them.
Well, Lauren speaks in movie quotes.
I do
so.
speak in movie quotes.
I will probably just not catch on
Yeah.
ever.
Totally fine.
I'm used to that.
Yeah. Well, okay. So how long have you been mermaiding?
This has been going on for the last 6 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how did you get hooked in, as it
If
were?
you will.
Well, I have always wanted to be a mermaid since
Okay.
I was a little kid. It's been a dream of mine to be able to breathe underwater and swim underwater, live underwater. So when I was 21, when I was 20, I discovered that people were mermaiding. I didn't know that there were... I mean, I'd figured, when I was growing up, I'd sew my own costume. It'd be really
Right.
cheesy and it wouldn't be very nice, and it'd be, my dream, but
Right.
it wouldn't be perfect.
Right.
But then I saw a mermaid on YouTube and I was like, oh my gosh, they actually exist. There's realistic
thing.
tails out there. So I looked up the most inexpensive one that I could find and I bought one. And I was living down here in Los Angeles at the time.
Yeah.
So I did some modeling with a photographer and I got scouted out by an agency that hired mermaids specifically. And they asked me if I had a silicone tail. And I was like, a silicone tail? What do you mean? I have the most realistic one I could find for the cheapest that I could get
Right.
it for. And they were like, yeah, you need a silicone tail to work these realistic mermaid parties. And so I was very, very lucky. And my mom found this opportunity to be just mermazing out of nowhere. And so she was like, I will support this. And she helped me buy my first tail.
Oh, yay, Mom.
Yeah, so I put in half and she put in half, and together we made my dreams come true. It was amazing.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, mermoms are the best.
Moms are so great.
She's really supportive. You know, when I was a little kid, this is what started it all, actually. When I was like 4 or 5, she was painting unicorns in my room with a little stencil and like different colors. It was super cute. Then I ran inside my room and I was like, Mom, wait, stop. Before you finish these unicorns, you've got to listen to this. So instead of unicorns, let's put cement in my room and cement off the door and the window. We can build a shelf in my closet to keep everything dry, and we'll fill my room with sand and water. And then people can watch me from outside on the sidewalk swimming in my room. And we'll build a little sand hill in the corner, you know, so people can't watch me sleep because that's creepy.
Right, that's weird. Yeah, for sure.
But they can watch me swimming every day. And she was like, you know, Jess, that sounds like a great idea, but a little too expensive
Maybe
for
not
what we
for
can do
today.
I think we're gonna stick with the unicorns.
That's so cute. Wow. What an imagination you have. That's
It's a
quite
big one.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your first tail? First ever, the one that you.
Yeah.
I had a neoprene and latex painted tail.
Okay.
Yeah, I cannot remember the company that I got it from. I don't think they exist anymore.
Yeah, okay.
But it was just the least expensive and the most like aerial that I could find with the shape and everything. So
course.
I made myself a little top out of a purple bra and puff paint to make it look like Ariel's bra.
Oh my gosh.
It was pretty cute.
So
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, it's like
my
every
gosh.
child's like dream right
Oh,
now. It's like
yeah.
I can just see the crafting that went into it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
then who did your first silicone?
My first silicone came from Finfolk Productions.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and they rushed it for me because, like I said, I got hired by that company, and
Yeah.
they were like,
Yeah.
"Do you have a silicone tail?" I was
Yeah.
like, "No." So I went and bought one, and they rushed it for me. So it didn't come out exactly like I was imagining it to, but it was perfect at the time.
Yes,
and
yeah.
so I did my first gig on that weekend that it showed up, which was on the eve of my 22nd birthday. So
my gosh.
it was like I was getting a tail for my birthday,
Yeah.
but that slowly ended. Yeah, the yearly tail thing ended.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I do have some beautiful new Mertailor tails, and they're just
Oh.
absolutely stunning. I love them
Yes,
so
I've
much. And they're
seen.
amazing. The way that they move in the water is just like nothing else.
Mermaid Taylor is the dream.
Littering. We love him over there.
Abby's new one is coming in December.
Girl, who the heck knows? But it's gonna be about the same. It's going the same time frame as like how it's like 9 months. So like I could cook a baby, at the same time that this mermaid tail is happening. So who the heck knows? But but I'm so excited. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
We love him. So I have seen. I mean, of course, I stalk you on Instagram. But I have seen. So I think there's a photo of you, and if you're cool with us putting it on the video, we'll put it on there. Right?
probably.
It's the one of you like literally recreating the photo of Ariel on the rock with the water splashing. And
Oh
the
my
tail
goodness!
up and,
Yes,
like,
of course.
All right.
Yes,
Okay.
that was my dream from
well.
2 years old.
I mean, hashtag mermaid goals. Like, it's so great. But my question is, I'm aware of how difficult it is to just like sit on a rock in a mermaid tail.
Sitting on rocks is really hard.
It's really hard. And I mean, B, looking beautiful, and C, like, staying in that position to get the shot. So like, how was it hard to get that shot? How did that photo shoot go?
80% of that photo is completely real.
Okay.
So,
All right. Okay.
Only a little bit is actually photoshopped,
Yeah.
which is quite amazing. The
Yeah.
tail is completely real. There's no
Okay.
Photoshop to the tail.
Yes, girl.
Yeah, that tail flick was it was the perfect
Ooh, it was so
angle. It was
good.
Yeah. Johnny just did an amazing job, Mermaid Wrangler Photography.
Yeah.
He's just outstanding photographer. I love working with him.
Have a solid Wrangler, guys.
Yes, oh my gosh, if you ever have the chance to hire him for any gigs, he's worth it.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, definitely. So, yeah, he photoshopped a little bit of my hair.
Sure.
And the wave in the background. And I haven't posted the extra edit where he actually photoshopped the cartoon wave behind me with Sebastian and Flounder in it too.
Come on. I just got chills all up and down
Maybe
myself.
I will post it on this podcast for the first time.
Yes.
Please
Oh my
do.
gosh, please do. That's amazing. So, and we just had this whole conversation, I think was it with Lyndon yesterday?
Probably.
About mermaid hair and how
Yes.
unrealistic that shot
Yes.
actually is. Cause she just came out of the water, Ariel did. And her hair, in real life, her hair would be flat and sticking to her face,
Yes.
But
We all know that new funny
yes, the
cartoon.
meme, yeah.
Yes, we
yeah.
all have seen that now.
So we all know that's not real
that's
life, but
reality.
Yeah, but your photo looks amazing. Yes, girl.
So wait, do you swim your hair naturally, or do you wig it?
Oh, I naturally. Yeah, I've actually had some companies tell me they wouldn't hire me unless I wore a wig.
What?
I know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Your hair's so wonderful.
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I mean, I can definitely do my bangs and stuff like Ariel's and
Yeah.
and curl it. It looks nice. I mean, but it's not the proper cartoon red.
sure.
Apparently. So
Yeah, hers is a little more like yours is it's got that beautiful orangey underbase, but hers is more like the almost like a maroon.
It's like a fire engine.
Hers is a
red.
fire engine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the parks, I feel like
True.
That was
Yeah.
before Disney discovered other colored pencils.
Right.
in the same colors.
primary colors.
Let's recall she also wears a bright pink dress in that movie.
Yes.
With her hair. So.
All right, can we talk about that for a minute? Like pink, I don't know.
Well,
Do
they've
you wear a
moved
lot of-
on. It's teal now.
Yes.
Like, her dress is teal.
Yeah,
Makes a little more sense.
Do you
about it.
find being a redhead that it's you have to wear certain colors, or
know?
certain colors you stay away from, or
I typically do stay away from pink.
yeah?
But I actually have found that I can wear a lot of different colors.
All right,
Yeah.
yes, girl.
I get a lot of hand-me-downs from my mom,
Okay.
and she wears a whole bunch of different kinds of stuff. We have kind of the same style.
Yeah.
I actually got this dress from my mom.
It's so cute.
Pretty.
Thank you.
So
I mean, you can't see it on camera, sorry guys,
Right.
but I look like a little woodland fairy princess.
She does.
She's
I can vouch.
yes, for sure.
I know much about woodland fairy creatures.
Yes, and Lauren, when she lived in LA, she was a fairy
Yeah.
performer. So
Happily
yes.
ever after.
Nice.
yeah.
Mermaid babies.
So, as far as your mermaid life now, I feel like you are just traveling all over creation with your, mermaid life. So, what's your life like now? How do you, are you just do you travel a lot, or do you do most of your gigs here? Because weren't you just in Singapore?
I was.
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
for the Asia Dive Expo.
Yes. Which was Sassy, what's her name? Sassy Strawberry? No.
Yeah, Sassy
Yeah, was
Strawberry.
she there?
Yeah, she was there.
I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah, she is an amazing person. I love
my
her.
gosh.
And shout out to the Mermaid Alliance for bringing me there again for the
my
third year.
gosh,
They
Mermaid
have been
Alliance.
doing some outstanding work, and so lately it's been really great working with them.
What is the Mermaid Alliance? Tell us more about that.
The Mermaid Alliance is a collective of people who are bringing different products that are bringing ocean conservation awareness
Gotcha.
to the forefront of the diving community.
Gotcha.
So it's all different sorts of diving. So that's why I brought it to the Asia Dive Expo, is because they have different divers from all rounds of life. So they have underwater rugby players all the way to deep water scuba divers and free divers. So
Yeah.
yeah, we watched underwater rugby in a tank. It was pretty interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I saw,
Rugby is hard enough on its own.
right?
Yes, underwater rugby seemed brutal.
It just kind of gives me some anxiety right now. Goodness. I saw you swimming in a tank over there, I think, and looked fantastic.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
So cool.
how big was the tank over there?
It was a storage container, like half of a storage container.
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like the big metal one?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
It was fantastic. Yeah, it looked great.
Thank you.
So wait, was that? And you said it was the third year in a row that you've gone. So are those the only times you've gone to Singapore?
Yeah, well, I've gone to Singapore twice, and I went to the one in China once.
Okay.
Yeah.
So amazing.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on to your fins, mermaids. The Everyday Mermaid Podcast will be right back.
This episode of the Everyday Mermaid Podcast is sponsored by our friends at Mermagic. I'm kind of like Oprah. I'm like, you get to go to Mermagic Con. You get to go to Mermagic Con.
You get to be a mermaid. You get to be a mermaid.
Everybody
is a mermaid.
It's going to be great, y'all.
It's going to be flippin'-tastic. Hey, Abby.
Yes?
When is it?
It's going to be in February of 2020 in Manassas, Virginia, very close to DC.
Yay.
So you get to go stay in a cool hotel. We had a fun little mermaid gala and all these activities and classes. You can get like free diving classes and certifications and mermaid modeling stuff,
Ooh, yes.
photo shoots. Girl, let me just tell y'all, Magic Con, you don't want to miss it. And we're not.
No.
We will be there.
Oh, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. And if you want to go to Mermagic Con, just check out mermagiccon.com. Get your tickets. And they're on Facebook at Mermagic Con as well. But just check them out, y'all, because you don't want to miss it. It's going to be great. This podcast is also sponsored by our friends at Metro Merfolk.
Yay!
We love them so much. They helped us buy these lovely microphones.
They
And
did.
don't we sound so great?
We sound so great, but we'll look even better after we take some of their classes.
Oh my goodness, yes, they have all kinds of things. They got like a mermaid boot camp coming up. I can't believe it, but they are it is a great group. They've got classes for kids and adults.
If you need to get that tail in shape, look no further.
Look no further than Metro Merfolk, y'all. And you can find them on Facebook and Instagram at Metro Merfolk.
Yay!
This podcast is also sponsored by FinFest. Oh, yes, it is. It is. Mermaid FinFest in Terrell, Texas.
Yes. Our first official podcast on the road.
It's going to be so great. We're going to be there Labor Day weekend, and we're going to be live podcasting, but they're going to have lots of really high-end mermaids there, some celebrities, We're going to go marry the ocean, apparently, have a little ceremony. It's all about ocean conservation.
So excited.
Taking care of the ocean
Yep.
and all of our fishy friends under there. So I'm really excited about it, and you should be excited too, and we hope to see you there. Get your tickets at mermaidfinfest.com. What is your life like now as a mermaid? What's day to day? How's it been the past couple months? Are you traveling? Are you staying here? What's a day in the life of Mermaid Ginger?
So I've taken a step back from mermaiding lately, and I actually got myself a full-time job so that I could just focus on traveling to the really big jobs. I did just come back from Singapore, and I also just did EDC in Las Vegas.
Right, which is huge.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So I'm just sticking with the really big stuff right now. I'm
Yeah.
not doing a lot of children's birthday parties
Yeah.
anymore. So I'm just forwarding all of my inquiries to HB Mermaid, which is another company that I'm in part with.
Yeah.
So they're taking on all the gigs that come my way through all of my different accounts.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're going to FinFest this year?
No, I'm not.
Oh, man. Well, we're going. So, if you want to go, you should go.
I will consider it for
All
sure.
right. Okay.
Can you tell us some about some of the other bigger events that you've got going on this year?
I actually can't. No. Yeah,
Fine.
they are completely under wraps.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what are some of your favorite places that you've been able to go to?
Definitely Hawaii. I love Hawaii so much. Singapore for sure. And I actually love going to Florida. Florida is one of my favorite places.
Oh,
to
yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of, this is my first time in Los Angeles, so I didn't know what to expect. So all I know is kind of Florida because it's hot and there's a beach there. This is not at all like Florida.
You came in a really weird time. You did. It is never like this. It is totally rainy and overcast, and it's not pleasant outside, and it's not how LA usually is.
Okay.
At all.
Yeah, yesterday it was full on thunderstorm
Yeah.
while we were recording with Lyndon, and we
Yeah.
were like, wait, what is this? Rain? She had to bring in stuff from outside because it doesn't rain.
I know.
And she was
My
like,
stuff
wait,
can't
my
get wet.
stuff.
Because it
Yeah.
never gets wet here.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Well, what's your favorite place in Florida? Where do you like to hang when you go to Florida?
Mer Taylor Studio.
Well,
It's the coolest place. Yeah, to just look at all the different tails. Oh man, he has all the ones up in the displays, and they're just.
I was just there for the Mermaids and Margaritas Festival.
Nice.
And we walked in and it was the studio. Sorry, Eric, was a mess because he was getting ready for the festival. So, but literally it was so cute. There was like a table and just like piles of tails, just like all shapes and sizes over there. And I'm like, this is heaven. This is probably
Isn't
what
it,
heaven
though?
is like. Just a mound of tails just sitting there ready to be swimming. Yeah, it's a wonderful, magical place. Have you been? Have you shot or like done anything in his pool at his house? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, his
so
pool studio is
magical.
just amazing. I love it in there.
My gosh. Yeah.
That man has got a vision like no other.
Girl, I tell you what, he's just fantastic. We could just talk about him all day.
We really could, though. We really could. Shout out, Eric. You're awesome.
We love
By the
you.
way, if you didn't know.
Well, you started mermaiding at a time where mermaiding wasn't like a huge deal, like as big as it is now. Mm-hmm. What do you think, okay, a few questions. My first question is, why do you think mermaiding has blown up the way it has?
I honestly think it's because of the way that we decided to take it when we started out. I know that I wasn't just the only one that, came out at that time. There was a few of us that all kind of came out at the same time. We all got our tails around the same time and started building these different brands. And I think that bringing the mermaiding to the media forefront was kind of the big push to it. And also the children's birthday parties, because it wasn't really accessible. Mm-hmm. Right. So we made it accessible. And I think that's what created this new brand of mermaiding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Social media, I think, has changed the game as far as just everything is concerned, but mermaiding especially. Yeah. It's definitely made it more accessible and it's easier for people to like find tales and find mermaids, and just inspiration and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I agree with that. I'm sure you've done many a party.
Oh yes, definitely.
Have you had any like crazy experiences at parties like that you could talk about?
Oh man.
Or just like crazy questions you're asked, because we get crazy questions.
Yes.
Oh, probably questions that you have probably answered on this podcast before. Yeah, we all get the same really crazy questions.
Yeah, the one that's like, how do you go to the bathroom?
Right.
Or, are you real? I'm like,
right.
Yes. Are you real? Yes.
Yeah. My character is very bantery. I will banter with them
okay,
a little
good.
bit. Yeah, I don't just...
That's my favorite part. The improv is my favorite part.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people ask me why I don't have a lot of like talking videos on my Instagram. I don't know why, actually. I think it's just because I don't have anyone to film me talking.
Sure. Well,
but
or have
are.
somebody to like pass it back, and,
back
forth
and forth
with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because especially if I did like a 2 fairy party or something like that, man, some of the girls have been doing it for a hot second.
Yeah.
Blown away.
Yeah.
Because I remember one little kid asked like, oh, the flowers, we had like headbands with flowers covered. It's like, oh, wow, your flowers are so beautiful. And we're like, thank you. I grew them myself. What do you grow? Nothing. Wow, that's the most amazing nothing I've ever seen. I was just like sitting there going, girl, you're showing me out. I can't compete.
Right?
That's amazing.
It was so good.
We were just at Disney and Snow White.
Yeah, Snow White was
on point. Mm-hmm. She was like, whoa, what did she say about the pie?
She asked us if we'd had our dessert that day. And we were like, oh, not yet. And I said I had some Oreos earlier. She's like, oh, you're going to have gooseberry pie later? We're like, maybe. And she goes, oh, you're waiting until after supper. That's so good of you. I was like, dang, all right, girl.
Yes, girl, we are waiting till after supper. Like, yes.
I love the Disney characters.
Oh,
Right,
gosh,
man.
yes. They're so great. Sometimes. Disney World. Have you been to Disney World?
No, I've just been to Epcot.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Go to Disney
Shame on
World.
me.
Yes, girl. All right. Well, should we all go to Disney World together?
Yes.
Because I will book the tickets.
Mermaid Day.
Okay, great. Love that. Yeah, because Disney World, in comparison to Disneyland, it's just bad over there.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard.
They're just more, I think that the training is a lot more regimented out there, which doesn't shock me. Like California is kind of its own separate life. out here. And so it's not quite as strict, I would say, on the training side of things out here as it is there, because I know that I've had far more like professional experiences they in Walt Disney World than I've had in like Disneyland. But I also think Disneyland is easier to do on a like day basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also hear that.
Yeah, because Walt Disney World is like there's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much to do.
For sure. There's a lot to do over there. But yeah, I think LA, I think the cast members, sometimes I feel like, they're like, I could be somewhere else. I could be auditioning for a movie today, but I'm not. So I'm just going to like pretend that I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've been doing princessing too long, Abby.
I know. It's like, I don't know. But if I were in LA, I mean, in comparison to Disney World, I mean, it is sweltering hot out there.
Yeah.
And like, you got this lovely weather. Like, I don't know. You got less troubles in LA, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Maybe not. What do I know?
Who knows?
Well, we don't have any springs out here like you do in Florida.
This is true.
So,
This is true.
The springs are worth Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So true.
Yeah. What's your favorite spring to swim in out there?
I think I really like Ginny Springs, but Silver Glen is also amazing.
I haven't
spring.
been there yet.
The fish are awesome to swim with.
Really?
Yeah, there are tons of fish. If you look on my pictures in Silver Glen, there's just a silver wall, and that's all the fish.
It's all fish.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the springs are really cool.
Florida fish in general.
Yeah.
For aces.
Yeah.
You do a lot of snorkeling in the Bahamas and things like that, or like in the Keys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, just like the kinds of fish that you encounter down there, it's out of this world.
So
It's
gorgeous.
some of my favorite swims.
Yeah.
Sorry, I sound really bougie when I say that. When I was swimming in the Bahamas.
In the Bahamas, because I'm so bougie.
Sounds so bougie. But I'm not. I just had like
Our listeners know.
My dad had a boat.
Yes.
That's literally why. Like we just had a boat.
Yeah.
We lived in southern Florida. So
We're not judging you, Lauren. You can be bougie
I'm
with
judging
your
me.
boat, swimming with the fish in the Bahamas or wherever you are.
except that time I got chased by a barracuda. It was super fun.
What?
All the fish were gone.
Yeah.
And I turned around, there he was. Oh. Yeah, it was straight up like Finding Nemo. He was like, "Hi, how's it going?" My name's Bruce.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, mermaiding like for 6 years or so. What's next in your world? Like, what's like big goal for Ginger? Like, what are you gonna like? What's our plan? Like moving forward, what do you want to do next?
I want to do a lot more commercials. I recently did a commercial in Brazil. I was a
Yes.
stunt double for
Girl, I saw that, and they were trying to be like talk about how it was that other chick and not you that was swimming.
She was the main actress, and how they do it in Brazil, I guess, from what I've been told, is that they don't really like talk about stunt doubles. It's just like the way that they treat celebrities down there is a little different. Well, I mean, it's not different. We don't really like give a lot of credit to our stunt doubles here either.
True.
But they tried to say that it was completely done without it in the news media, I guess. I didn't see any of it. I was just told by the Brazilian mermaid community because they just went after the news media. They were like, no,
They were like,
that
how
was
dare
Ginger.
you? This is Ginger.
Yeah, so
I mean, how like that's awesome. Like, what was that experience like?
oh man, it was the most professional production I've ever been on in my life. They had assistants for assistants.
Yeah.
I almost got a heat stroke. I was not prepared for the sun down there, and they had a guy with an umbrella with me. It was so awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I was so thankful. I was like, you guys are the absolute best. The director spoke English, so that made my job really
Yeah, that's
easy.
really helpful.
Yeah, it was actually filmed in an Olympic-sized pool that was,
Okay.
I believe, I don't even remember how deep it was. It was super deep. But they built an entire underwater ocean set.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just amazing to swim through a completely controlled environment. And I did a few things that were unscripted that they just absolutely loved. So I got to do a few more things that were just freestyle, and it turned out to be amazing.
That's cool. So for those of you who have not seen the commercial, I know you haven't.
No.
It's a car commercial, and it's it's this guy, isn't he the guy driving the car? He's driving the car, and like the mermaid sees it or whatever, And so you see, like, it cuts back and forth from the car to the mermaid, the car to the mermaid swimming, and stuff. And of course the car's like driving on this, like, all those car commercials where they drive on these crazy roads and like
next to the ocean.
Next to the
It's
ocean.
like, where is that?
I'm like, how the heck? Like, yeah, I'm just thinking drones stuff. I'm like, where, how, whatever. But so he's driving on this like windy, beautiful road and stuff, and the mermaid's swimming behind or whatever, like trying to catch up with it and stuff. And then he eventually like parks, and somehow the mermaid like gets in the car and like drives away.
Yeah, she like transforms into a human. And, like, dives under the water and comes out and like steals the car.
Yeah, steals the car, and it's like genius idea, like. Kudos to that.
Renault Automobiles.
Yes,
Yeah.
kudos to them for coming up with that.
Yeah, a lot of things just clicked into place for me.
Yeah, so it's a great commercial, and you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
So amazing. But yeah, I was like, this is so
If
great.
you zoom in a couple different scenes, they didn't CGI her face on my
Okay,
body, so you
okay,
can
so
tell
you can
that
kind of
it's-
tell.
You can tell that it's me, so that's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like
definitely.
screenshotted it where you could like totally see my profile, and I'm
girl.
like, yes.
Yes. So that's kind of your goal, and I mean you're in the right place for it for that commercial work.
Actually, how I got that commercial was they literally Googled Ginger Mermaid because they needed a mermaid to play a redheaded actress, Marina Barbosa. So they literally just Googled Ginger Mermaid, and they found mermaidginger.com. And
Well,
yeah, so
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Great branding 101.
Yes. Go with what you know.
That's
or
right.
what you are.
What you are. Be true to yourself, and the world will find you.
yeah.
Well, I think you're made for commercial work, so good luck with that. That is awesome. Good for
Are you like certified to free dive, and like what are your certifications?
I am one of those ones that don't have any.
Same girl. No worries.
No, neither do I.
Yeah, I feel like some mermaids are like you're not a real mermaid unless you have like your certification, like even just like scuba certified or whatever.
Well,
but
it's kind of like, when you get a job, if you've had the experience,
Yeah.
then you can work the same position as someone who's got the education.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's different for everyone. And of course, like safety first. And you've had so many years of training, so that's not a
I've
huge issue.
worked with scuba divers and free
Yeah.
divers, and I've actually learned a lot about myself that I didn't know. One of my friends, Abbey Oliver, she is an amazing mermaid as well, and she told me that something that I do is a total pro freediver move where I like can pop my ears just by moving my jaw.
Oh,
Yeah, so I don't have to hold my nose.
yeah.
And
To equalize.
I don't know why I just did it, but
Yeah, I just did it. Tried to do it. Interesting. Well, yeah, freediving is like a whole nother thing. But yeah, I don't feel like you're a mermaid in whatever way you want to be. You don't have to have and some people just want to like have a tail and take pictures, and that's fine.
that's actually how I started.
Yeah.
I didn't even really think that there was like an industry for
Yeah.
it.
Right.
I mean, obviously, we kind of all pioneered something new out of
For sure.
what it was. So.
Yeah. And there are like other mermaids that do like mermaid fitness and like
Yeah.
are really like good with the tricks and stuff. Like I was just swimming with some mermaids in the springs, and Colleen, the Celtic siren, can do all these like crazy tricks and stuff. And she's like, Abby, come do a flip and we'll video it. And I was like, oh, do I have to? It's a little scary. And she was like, what? And I was like, I mean, I can do it, but I don't know. I'm not very comfortable. I'm not a trick mermaid. Like
Abby's also
I can
broken
do
in several
them.
different places.
Yeah. And and we were in the springs where like there's nowhere to hang on. Like it was Rainbow Springs. Like literally you're out there and there's nothing to hang on to. So you're treading water the whole time, So I was like, I don't know if I
That's why
drown.
you bring somebody in a kayak.
For sure.
I told them.
Or paddleboard.
y'all didn't bring your floaties.
I know. I was like, gosh darn it. Every time we go, I'm like, oh crap, we forgot pool noodles again. I don't know. One day we'll bring the noodles and I'll do more tricks, I guess. But yeah, Colleen was like, I'm a little disappointed in you. I was like, listen, you don't have to do tricks to be a mermaid. You can do your mermaiding your way. I just want to be able to be to swim gracefully, and I'm more about, like making the videos and doing the photos and stuff personally, just because I love making content. And so like I would just rather like swim and do like cool things for like video purposes as opposed to like fancy schmancy tricks and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you find that you had to practice a lot in like those early days?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Most definitely.
Breath holding and stuff is kind of it's a thing you got to practice, I would say.
Yeah. Definitely. I used to practice over the Golden Gate Bridge. You know how they tell you to like hold your breath over bridges and in tunnels?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I would get all the way across the Golden Gate.
That's hilarious.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Especially if there's traffic.
Yeah.
You pass out at the wheel.
Yeah, right.
Sorry guys, it was only my breath again.
Yeah.
Not while driving.
The lifeguards used to get mad at me at the pools because I would go down
Yeah.
and like try and practice like holding my breath, and be able to move as I'm holding my breath, and the lifeguards would get so mad at me they're like, you have to come up, Abby. You can't just stay down there. I'm gonna have to come save you. Yeah. So I guess it's a lot to practice for sure. And even if you don't have a freediver like certification, it's still, breath holding is just a thing.
What's like advice that you would have for somebody who's like newly mermaiding, practicing, like in terms of breath holding or like learning new tricks or like finding a place to practice?
Always have someone to watch
With
you.
you.
Yeah. Always
Yeah.
have someone to watch you. Regardless of if you're a pro or a beginner, it doesn't matter. You never know what can happen underwater.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. Sure. Even in those controlled environments, I feel like you just never know. You gotta have a buddy. And I think that's why the mermaid pods are so great. It's
Yeah.
because-
Yeah, they watch out for each other.
Yeah, you're there to kind of help each other out and make sure that,
And if someone's struggling, it's usually caught on camera, so you can at least watch it and see what happened, so you can correct it next time.
Yeah.
the phrase for a circus siren pod is no dead mermaids.
No dead mermaids.
Yeah. Well, there's a photographer that I follow who does a lot of super ethereal fairy portraits, which is really fascinating, but she does a lot of underwater photography as well. And there was a recent one that was a behind the scenes, and it was something that just had never occurred to me, but she's got, her models like doing different things underwater and this and that, and literally all she did was raise her hand above, and her like handler like pulled her out of the water, and I was like, oh my gosh, what a brilliant thing to have. That was his whole job, is just to like stand over the pool and like jerk her out of the water when it was her turn to breathe, so that it was just expending less energy for her, and like she had this like safety net. I'm like, oh
Wow.
man, people think of just the smartest things.
Yeah, that
I-
normally
I-
doesn't occur at my photo shoots. Where's this guy and how can I hire him? That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really, really interesting.
Well, my PAs for EDC will definitely do that for you. So if you ever need anybody, I know the 3 guys to call.
Perfect.
Boys, take care of these ladies.
Right?
Thank you. Yeah, I've seen some photo shoots where they have like the bar like hanging across that you can just like hold on to, pull up and hold on to for. And that's mostly for underwater video shoots that I've seen that, but still, it's handy because you get so tired down there. Like it's a workout just going down and like, I don't know, being in the water is just different.
Yeah. For the commercial in Brazil, they had a diver that had a little safety float with him, so I could just hang out there and whatever. So it was
That's awesome.
really helpful because dang, I got tired.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to shoot all of your scenes?
It didn't take very long to shoot the scenes once we were in the water.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a really long full day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because everything needed to be set in between each scene. So
Yeah.
and doing it underwater, I mean, they had a lot of divers helping out, so it didn't actually take too long, but definitely getting everything reset for each scene was, time consuming, so it took all day.
Definitely.
We shot from the sunrise to sunset, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That was why I couldn't do.
Yeah.
I very briefly forayed into background work while I lived out here. And I was like, oh, I do not have the passion behind like being able to do like a 14 to 16 hour day.
Yeah. It's a lot.
For theater, for acting, specifically for film. Like I love theater and I prefer live theater, and that's just personally. And it's because like it's not, I have the passion behind that without the time constraint of just reset.
Yeah, the longest I've ever been out for a gig was 26 hours.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't in my tail that whole 26
Right,
hours, but I was
right.
out for the gig 26 hours, yeah.
Wow.
What's like have you ever had like any major injuries from
No.
Mermaid? Oh,
Thank goodness.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Knock on
No
all
major
the wood.
injuries.
Yeah.
I know, right? I've dove off of a high dive in my tail before.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was
Whoa.
that like?
It was scary.
Yeah.
It was very high, and in a silicone tail, it was very dangerous.
Yeah.
But don't do that. Just don't do it.
Don't try
Don't
this
follow
at
my
home,
example.
mermaids.
Don't do what I do.
Yeah.
I'm a stunt double for a reason.
Yes.
yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's,
Was that
Yeah.
for that commercial?
No.
Okay, good.
No, it was not.
wow.
That was for a whole bunch of children, actually, because special needs children for an event that they were hosting. So
Yeah.
for them, it was the All Stars. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that group.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Wow.
really cool.
Yeah.
and
So
also
they were
terrifying.
so
Also
excited.
very
They were
terrifying.
So excited. Yeah. The kids' faces were just like,
Oh, I bet they freaked out.
yeah.
So funny.
Do you have like a story like that where it's like you had a moment you were like, I know what I'm doing and I'm doing it well.
Yeah, there's been a few of those where things have been thrown at me that are just like out of this world, unexpected, where you're just like out in the freezing cold and you're just like, stay in character, stay in character, stay in character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, actually, while I was at EDC, the winds were so bad that the fire marshal shut down the main stage for half the night.
Wow.
And we were out
Yeah.
there in wet tails in a very cool jacuzzi that was not hot at all.
Oh my gosh.
And in these winds that were just so bad it shut down the show.
Oh my
scary.
gosh.
But yeah, after the event, they were just like, they loved you. You guys did so great. So it was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
We were
All right.
like, oh my God, we're dying, we're dying.
Just survive.
Yeah, just keep breathing. Oh gosh, yeah. Well, and that's how I feel every time I go in those springs because I'm like so cold blooded. Like they're 72 degrees year round, which all my Canadian friends are like, "You're a baby, Abby. Get over it. It's life." But yeah, when you're cold, like I don't know, it's not as easy to be a mermaid when you're cold or shivering.
Yeah.
Literally, Sabrina Rose, she swims in the aquariums. You'll see her, she'll get out of the water and she's just like, her mouth is like,
yeah.
she's that
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, because it's a saltwater aquarium.
And it has to be
Tank.
a certain temperature for the fish, you know?
You know what actually works really well for that?
What?
You know those hot packs that you press the little buttons inside and they get
Yes.
hot? They're made out of plastic,
Yeah.
so they're reusable. So you just pop one of those and stuff it in your tails next to your kidneys, and it'll keep you warm.
Genius. Stealing that.
Oh, right against the kidneys too. Oh,
Yeah.
I already want one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm feeling that right now.
Yeah.
Feel amazing.
Wow. That's such a great idea. Genius. All right, all you mermaids.
Yep.
Done deal. Well, it has been such a pleasure
Thank
to
you.
have you
Thank you
here
so much for
on the
coming on.
podcast.
Of course. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, and just to meet you in real life, because I feel like we've been friends on the gram, for a
I know,
while,
for so
but
long.
it hasn't been like we just needed to meet each other in real life.
I know. I'm so glad it finally happened. I'm so
Me
glad I came all the way up
too.
here.
Oh
Good.
my gosh!
you
Yes,
guys.
thank you for coming all the way.
I know.
We're
Huntington
in,
Beach.
from Huntington Beach to Studio City. I was like, oh Lord, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, and the traffic and
it's
yeah.
not that bad.
Oh my gosh! Well, if you ever come to Nashville, you are welcome to stay with me anytime you come to
Yes.
Nashville
Awesome.
and come
Thank you,
visit us
guys.
and swim with us.
Mermaid headquarters.
Yes, all the mermaids just come stay at Abby's house when they go through Nashville, and I'm happy about that.
Yay.
So, yes, you should come visit us. But where can people find you if they're looking for you on Instagram or Facebook or your website? What you got?
Well, I've got mermaidginger.com.
Okay.
On Instagram, I'm mermaid_ginger.
Yep.
And on Twitter, I'm the Koi Queen. But I don't use
Oh.
Twitter very often at
Yeah.
all. So you can find me on Instagram.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And if you're looking to find us on Instagram, we are at Everyday Mermaid Podcast. I am Mermaid Vlogs on Instagram. Lauren is mermaid_after_midnight. Yes, girl. And thank you to Metro Merfolk for
Yes.
sponsoring this podcast. Thank you to Mermagicon. And thank you to Mermaid Fin Fest. They are our amazing sponsors, and we love them so much. Yay, sponsors! But thank you all for listening, and thank you, Ginger, Mermaid Ginger / Jessica, like however we want to say that.
Everyone just calls me Ginger anymore.
Ginger, yeah. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. What a pleasure.
It's a pleasure being here.
Oh, all right, mermaids, we will
See you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.